and I'm just trying to think of how best to do it here. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. Today I wanted to sort of approach a little subject. Is it okay to ride your e-bike in the rain or in the wet? Well, if that was the case rather, and you couldn't, then that kind of puts everyone in the UK not being able to use an e-bike, because essentially it rains in the UK about 80% of the time. So what are the misconceptions about e-bikes and riding in the rain and the wet? Well, no e-bike, not one, is waterproof. They are water resistant. That means that if you submerge your bike into a canal or a river, you'll damage it. Riding it in the rain, riding through puddles shouldn't be a problem for the most part, as long as you're not submerging any parts of the bike under the water. So most bikes, they come with an IP rating on most components, which is generally you'll find, like on this bike, the Cyrusher XF 900, all the components I'm going to talk about, they all have an IP rating of 65. And the most vulnerable components, as you can imagine, display. Then we've got the battery, and then obviously the motor. Now all of these, as I said, they've got an IP rating of 65, which makes them water resistant, so not waterproof. So what I would advise, like when you're washing your e-bike, don't be using a power jet on your e-bike, because chances are that high pressure water will get in somewhere and damage a component. Oh, one other thing that I forgot to also mention is the e-bike controller. These are generally hidden inside the frame on a lot of bikes, but obviously these control the power from the battery to the motor, etc. So that also has generally an IP rating of 65, again making it water resistant, not proof. But yeah, getting back to jet washes, I'd highly advise against using a jet wash on an e-bike. You are going to come into loads of problems essentially. Oh, it's beautiful through here, even though it's cold. So yeah, no jet washing. What I'd advise when you clean your bike is that you use a damp cloth. And sorry, I had to stop there just in case my bike went all squirrely through the slippery mud. So yeah, use a damp cloth and wipe your bike down. What I'd advise, if you're caught out in the rain, when you get home, just go over the bike with a dry cloth. Get rid of as much of the rain, or you know, or the water that's on your bike. You know, this is just going to safeguard any further water getting in, you know, or any further sort of drops or You just basically want to safeguard your ride, essentially. And it literally just takes a couple of minutes to wipe down your bike, essentially. It's not an awful, doesn't take too long. But yeah, if you couldn't ride an e-bike in the wet or the rain, like I said, that would mean that in the UK, your bike is sat indoors 80% of the time, because there's probably a standing laughing joke across the world about the UK and how bad our weather is. And I can assure you that is entirely true. We've literally just had the worst summer, which was barely any sunshine. It was cold, raining and wet for most of the time through the summer. Right, let's continue on with our ride, because we're going to be doing a few other things today. Obviously we're going to be exploring wild camping, stealth camping, etc. in the coming weeks. So I've purchased some equipment that essentially I wanted to come out and test. So I'm hoping that the place I want to go to isn't cut off, because we just have had Storm Kieran not so long ago. There are a lot of trees and a lot of other things that have fallen. So it may well be possible that our path might be blocked, but we'll find out, we'll see. Right, I can get across. That's lovely. What I would say, another thing that I would say about the, I'd say the most vulnerable item on an e-bike is probably the screen, because generally, I mean, they do have a heat sink inside them, but they need vent holes to obviously allow cool air to get in and the hot air to escape. Not quite the case with the battery, the controller and the motor. So if you are in a heavy downpour and you get caught out, or you have no choice but to ride in the rain, you may want to get yourself a clear plastic bag, like a freezer bag, and just pop it over the screen there. That way you can still see the screen, and it'll also protect that from any sort of, rain getting in, because obviously if you're traveling at speed and it's raining, then you've probably got rain coming at you and hitting you. It's almost like a mild pressure wash. So yeah, I would advise putting a plastic bag over the screen, just to safeguard from any possible. Right, so we just need to carry on down here a bit. I'm hoping we can still get down here. I came along here a couple of weeks back, and there was a big tree that was right across here. But I've got a funny feeling it's been, it looks like it may well have been moved, so, or I'm just misjudging where it was. So, anyway, where are we? Oh, we are in Hive at the moment in Kent, riding along by the canal. And I'm hoping that I can get to a small little wooded area to set up the equipment that I bought for my future wild camp and give it a sort of a bit of a test run. What else happened today? Well, I received a new bike. I've got a brand new Trax from Russia, which hopefully will be the one I'll be taking out on our stealth camp and various other journeys along the way. And I'll put a picture of it somewhere, but I didn't want to really bring it out today because I haven't had chance to test it. Also, I received a rear rack for the bike, which I haven't actually managed to put on yet. So obviously, middle of November, daylight in the UK is somewhat limited. So I couldn't actually spend any more time building that bike, etc. today, because it was approaching midday by the time I actually managed to get out. Yeah, because we're in the middle of November, then there's not an awful lot of daylight left here in the UK. I've probably got about, I mean, it's taken me some time to get here already. I've probably got about 3-4 hours tops of daylight. So you kind of need to get moving and get things done. Oh, lone dog. I hope it was that gentleman that I passed. Although he does seem to be quite a long way away from his dog. Oh, well, mud central. But you know, be sensible when you're riding in the rain. You know, if you see a big puddle, don't go riding through it at top speed. And thinking that you don't have to do anything else, you know, and your bike will just be fine. Because one day you'll do it, and part of the electrics just won't be happy what you've done. Oh, the bike's so squirrely through there. Like so much soft mud. Oh, my back wheel is slipping and sliding all over the place. And my front wheel a little bit, because this is just, it's like almost riding through a bog in places. Oh. Anyhow, let's continue on our journey, and I think the tree that had fallen over because of Hurricane Kieran, that's I think that's been moved, because I was expecting to have come across it already by now, so. Well, this bike's surely going to need a clean when I get home. Also, I've got no fenders on this bike. Oh, now what do I do here? I think yep, we're all right. Right, I think that I'm almost. Oh, I almost lost the bike then. Going sideways. Right. I believe this could be the place. Right, so, the back wheel just spun round then, completely. Right, so, let's take our bike into this small wooded area and begin setting up. And we'll talk about some of the stuff that I've purchased as well. Right, so let me getting leaves falling on me now. Right, so what are we testing today? Well, I've got a lightweight chair from OEX, but obviously we can't sit on the ground, you know, not in this kind of weather. So I've brought a super lightweight chair. What else have we got here? That's just some water and a coffee cup. Now I've got a ProFly Emo, if that's how it's pronounced. This is a rain tarp. So obviously when you're wild camping, etc., out in the woods, and in the UK, we have to allow for, you know, there may well be rain. So I purchased this to keep the rain off the bike while we wild camp. So I'm going to get this out and put that up, and then we'll come back to the other things that we've got here, and we'll talk about them and set them up as well. So yeah, let's get on with this. I'm going to set the tarp up first. Right, as I said, this is the ProFly rain tarp. Should have been £99. And what did I pay for it? I paid £66.50, and that was from Go Outdoors. So I think as well I got 15% discount because of Black Friday, etc. So what's that? 66, another 15%. Yeah, we're talking about, you know, I probably got another £10 off of it, all in all. Right, so let's unwrap this. So we've got guide ropes, pegs, guide pegs, and we should have, yeah, okay. So let's unfold this bad boy. It's not a really big one, but it should be big enough to cover us. what I probably should have done before coming out today was probably just unravel and unpack everything, because when you buy everything new, it all comes extremely well packed, obviously, but they've also got many knots and various other things. Right, that should offer us a little bit of wind protection at the moment. Don't worry, that's not how it's necessarily meant to be set up, but obviously that could be a lot better, but that's giving us a nice little bit of a wind breeze break from the elements. Right, so what we've got next, I've got the OEX ultralight chair, which is, this is a low seat, but I haven't built this yet at all. Haven't got it out the bag, looked at how it all goes together, but I can't imagine it being rocket science. So let's just take a look anyway. That's our seat, and then we've obviously got a load of poles, and not sure what that bit is, but we'll I'm sure we'll find out. But yeah, I mean, this all looks sort of very much self-explanatory. Boom. There we go. Did any instructions come with this? Not that I can see. I'm presuming that must be an extra seat for your posterior, and it's just knowing, I'm presuming, obviously the OEX would go at the top. So if we put it in here, one in there, there's probably a right and a wrong way. Or order to do this in. And if I'm anything to go by, I generally do things wrong the first time round. But to be fair, I think that was quite easy. Yeah, it looks like these. Now, where would they go? Unless this is a ground sheet, possibly. They may well fit on the legs, which I think they do. if you wanted a ground sheet underneath the chair. But yeah, that's all built. And quite comfortable to sit on as well. Right, so the next thing we brought out with us today, again brand spanking new. This is a portable barbecue, which also doubles as a fire pit. So let's get all this out. We'll get the legs all done. This just really unfolds quite quickly. As you can see. And then we've got this next bit. And again, this all just unfolds. This is stainless steel, so it's a little bit heavy, to be honest. A bit heavier than what I would have hoped for. A centre bit that goes in there, and what else do we have? And then obviously you've got these holes underneath, which will allow for air circulation. And obviously, if you wanted to cook, which we're not going to do today, but we're just going to use this as a fire pit. But there we go. Essentially, your grill will go on the top there. That's not going to collapse in. But yeah, as I said, we're not going to be using the grill today because we're not going to be cooking. Well, we are going to be cooking, but not on the barbecue. Right, so let's pop this away. I can't remember exactly, but I think this was £25, again from Go Outdoors. And I think it's made by Eurohike, but I'll check when I get back, and if I'm wrong, I'll put up the actual, correct information on somewhere on the screen here. Right, let's get cracking on. Right, so the last thing I've got today is the OEX Tuscany solo camping stove. So again, I haven't used this at all. Haven't put it together, but it all seems pretty straightforward. I believe Go Outdoors, they charge, what did I pay? I think it was £75 for this. As I said, I got 15% discount. So yeah, you can do the maths, because I'm rubbish at doing maths. But yeah, essentially, so we've got a nice cooking pot. We've got the lid. Now this can be used for a frying pan or to put a pot on, etc. We're not going to do that today. Also inside, you can hold the, this does come off, it should do. Oh, that's got it. a little bit tight, to be honest. So these are, it did come out no problem though. And obviously we've got the base which connects to the gas bottle. The gas bottles to use for these are 230 grams. I couldn't get the the ones that were advised to get, essentially, but this is a jet boil 230 gram canister. So, and then what do we have? What else do we have? We have a little leg for the gas canister. So that just clips on. That just clips on the gas canister like so, and that'll make the whole pot a little bit more stable. And then essentially, this then screws are also on here. So I'm just getting ahead of myself. So we've got the valve, the open and close valve for the gas. Right, so it's quite simple, I believe. Like I said, I've not actually done this yet, but how difficult can it be? Gas canister just screws on. And then what happens is your pot goes on the top there, like so. And the lid goes on. You can fill this up with water. Essentially, that's holds 1 litre of water. So good for all your outdoor cooking. I do have a cooking pouch that I bought from Go Outdoors. I bought several really because I've not actually tried them yet. So essentially, what I want to do is you know, just go through all of them and just see what they like really. But I just brought one out with me today. But we'll get some water on the go, and we'll start cooking. And I'll make myself a nice cup of coffee. And oh, also one thing I didn't mention, this actually does have an igniter switch as well. So you don't necessarily need to have a lighter to light this. I wouldn't necessarily rely on these switches. They do go over time. They don't last forever. So I mean, it's a nice inclusion, but yeah, they don't last forever. When lighting this, it's probably advised that you take this the pot off first, because essentially what can happen is gas can build up underneath, and you can get a little bit of a blowout with. But anyway, let's see if we can get a flame on this. There we go. Right, so we're going to pop that on there. We'll set that down. Let me get the water. Oh, probably should have put the water in first, but never mind. It is what it is. I don't know how much water I'm going to need, essentially, but that's about 750 litres in there. Let's put our top on. Also, another safety feature. Obviously got the handle, but that comes across like so, and you can lock it into place. So if it does fall over, you shouldn't really spill too much. Right. Apparently, this takes about 2 minutes. So maybe what we'll do is we'll get the fire pit going, as well while this is boiling, and then we'll come back to it, make something to eat, and make a nice hot cup of coffee. Right, so I did cheat. I brought some kindling wood also with me, which is a bit drier, and I've also bought these 24 natural fire lighters, so we'll use one of these. I've not used these before, but they should be okay. They look like they're made from cardboard or something, but let's get these lit essentially, and we'll start the fire. I think I'll use I might get away with just one, but I'm not going to take any chances. We'll just light two, and then we'll get everything going. We'll put some of this wood on and see if we can get this fire going. Oh, I can definitely feel the warmth of this already. And the fire's not actually going yet. Right, how are we doing on the waterfront? Well, it's definitely steaming. And probably if I turn it up to full, that will boil a lot quicker as well. So anyway, hopefully this won't take too long, and I'll be able to make myself something to eat, and a nice cup of coffee as well while we're at it. And we're almost boiling. So yeah, another thing. So I purchased this. It's spiky pork noodles from Go Outdoors. I'm sure there's probably other places you can get these, but these are just it's dried food, and you pour in the boiling water. Right, that's well and truly boiling now. So we'll turn that off. Oh, that fire is going well. Right, so my cooking utensils, somewhere dry. And what does it say? I didn't bring my glasses. Excuse me while I squint for a second. Open the pouch and remove oxygen. Oxygen eater sachet. Alright, so let's open it up. And that must be our little sachet. Oxygen absorber. Do not eat. Yeah, don't eat these. they're not salt. Right, so what else does it say? Pinch the pouch at level 4 to mark the correct water level, and on the side there's numbers 1 to 10, so we'll pinch it at number 4 just so we can see, and then we pour in the water. Pour in the boiling water to the correct level, stir well and seal, and let stand for 15 minutes. Right, so we'll do that. Just keep checking to make sure. Right, there we go. Right, so give it a stir. I brought a fork with me. So give it a big old stir up. Oh, that fire is really nice and warm. And we'll seal that back up. That's that done. I'll leave that there. And also, I should have enough water in there to make myself a cup of coffee. I did order some little pots, etc., to bring out, you know, milk and sugar. Unfortunately, they haven't arrived yet. So essentially what I've done is I've already added my milk, coffee and sugar into this cup and brought it along with me. So, oh, look at that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Not forgetting a spoon. Give it a bit of a stir up. And the heat coming off of that fire there, even though it's only a little affair. Oh, I've got myself a nice fresh cup of coffee. Nice. Oh, all right, let's pop that down there. Just obviously my my meal's still hydrating, etc. So yeah, the Pro Fly tarp. Essentially, what that's used for is for a hammock. So it's a cover for a hammock essentially. But yeah, it's the right sort of length for my bike. So obviously today I've just used it more generally as a breeze break, you know, a wind break. It's not how, you know, I intended to use it, because mostly its intention was used to just protect the bike. I don't think there's any rain today, so that's why I'm not too fussed about it, sort of just acting as a sort of a breeze break for the moment. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that at the moment. Let's just have a quick. Oh, that's pretty hot. I'm not sure if 15 minutes has gone by yet, but unfortunately I don't have a watch. I don't use a watch. Let's give it another big stir up inside. It's pretty good. And the beauty of these things as well is you can just eat straight out of the bag. I do have some plates on order and some other little bits and pieces, obviously, to you know, to make it easier. But just for now, absolutely fine eating out the bag.
No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. You see, I begged, stole, and I borrowed. Yeah, that's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Right, well, it looks like the sun is going down in sunny old UK. As I said, middle of November, we don't really get much daylight hours. They're very sparse. Nights draw in very, very quickly in the UK here. So I didn't bring a torch with me. So I really need to pack down. But I hope you like the video. Hope you like the content. If you do, then please hit the like button and the subscribe button. And you can also hit the bell icon as well, which will give you a notification when I upload a video. The plan is to upload a video every Monday. Whether that will actually work out during the winter months, because obviously we are sort of governed by rain, etc. So I'll try my best, you know, to get these videos out on a Monday. But yeah, so as I said, if you like this kind of content, if you want to see more, if you've got any suggestions for me, then pop them in the boxes below. I'll do my best to answer them, or you know, take on board what your suggestions are, essentially. So yeah, hopefully some of you will come along during my e-bike adventures, essentially. Cheers. Right, so I'm pretty much packed away now. Just got to pack the last few bits and bobs into the bag. The camera and the tripod, obviously. But yeah, we're running out of daylight, so I really need to get moving. Hope you've enjoyed this video. As I said, please hit the like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification as well, because hopefully, as I said, we'll be uploading a video every Monday. So yeah, hopefully some of you will come along for the journey with me, and who knows, maybe it'll inspire some of you to get out a little bit more and you know, enjoy the wonderful thing that nature is. Right, anyway, thanks again for watching. You've been awesome. Stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.